What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm doing a video about turnoffs. This video is about turnoffs, like in love. So, obviously, I'm a man, so I guess I'm speaking about, turnoffs, from women. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like I'm talking down on women. I'm not tearing women down. I'm not degrading women. I'm just sharing simple stuff, and it probably applies vice versa, the other way around too, for what may turn off a woman about a man, whatever. But I'm just sharing simple stuff, and also you can stay tuned for a video about turn-ons, but now I'm just giving a male perspective, about turnoffs, from women, about women, maybe through different scenarios or experiences or patterns or whatever you want to call it. I'm just keeping it real. So we'll begin with the first turnoff, the most ultimate turnoff. And honestly, I'm speaking for myself and any of the other authentic squad supporters, on both sides, girls and guys, bros and women, women can, relate and they're able to, you know, transform it and be like, "Oh yeah, I can agree. I agree with that," and see it both ways or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm straight, however. So I'm speaking as a man about turnoffs that I've experienced with all the women experiences I've had. So, number one, honestly, is the whole sexual history, sexual past, exes, all this stuff. So, like, I don't care who you are. And I genuinely, like, when I'm saying this, I genuinely do not care what you think. Like, I don't. Okay. So, the number one thing that like, really is a red flag indicator is whenever you're looking to get intimately involved with a woman, and for ladies, let's say, you know, ladies is for you and a guy maybe, but I'm speaking for myself as a man, was when a woman brings up her sexual past with other men, about other men. When a woman brings up that stuff, that's a complete turnoff. I understand we have baggage or whatever. Maybe you would want to get into that a little bit here and there, like, but that's not supposed to be, what's clouding your mind, but especially if you're going to start talking about sexual past, with other guys that you've been with, but yet you see, you see me, or whoever right in front of you looking to pursue you to have some long-term stuff, possibly marriage, possibly having a family, whatever, and you still stuck, you know, about sexual past, sexual history. And honestly, I know people have their own history, their own past, up till now. Guess what? I don't change what's happened all these years up until now. I experienced it, but that's it. But to be honest, it's a huge turnoff when, you know, a woman is bringing up a very promiscuous past. I've never been the type to truly want to be involved with, a woman who's sleeping around with the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly very unattractive, very disgusting, very gross, and very pathetic, to be honest. Very lustful. It's not cute at all, to be honest. So whenever I see that, whenever I'm around that, whenever I hear about it, I'm completely turned off, because, if I had a magic wand or whatever, I would make it so that whoever I'm supposed to be with, the woman who I'm supposed to have a family with, however this whole love arrangement is supposed to be, I will make it so that I'm the first and last ever to be intimately and sexually, romantically involved with her, to be honest. I'll make sure that that gap or whatever our time where I'm just a priority, to be honest, because it's a huge turnoff for a man, and women can probably relate too about us, like imagine a woman, us guys, and we start talking about all the girls who we've been with, who we've hooked up with, had sex with, kissed or whatever, and we're bringing up to the table to a woman, she might be turned off too. Well, I don't know. It's however she takes it. But for me, I'm speaking on my side of things. It's true. That's a completely huge turnoff because ultimately, I desire to have some real divine love, where there isn't any, clingy baggage of random people not serving her. I'm talking about like where I'm the one and only priority, where I'm the only one in the picture forever. For real. You know, I'm not competing with nobody. There's no side pieces. I'm not a side piece. I'm not an option. She has no other options. I'm talking about real, true, holy matrimony. One love type stuff. That's what I'm working on myself to manifest and have that real stuff. So the huge turnoff is that whole promiscuous past. I mean, like, honestly, like, part of that is also who you're dealing with. Obviously, to be honest, if you're gonna reach, like, if you're searching in the wrong places, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going, I mean, whatever, to each his own, no judgment. But I'm saying, like, if you're going to, a prostitution brothel, if you're going to a strip club, if you're going to a club, if you're going onto a porn website, if you're going on the streets or whatever, and you're looking for a dream partner, dream queen, whatever, this and that, you know, with a very light heart and whatnot and a loyal soul, then you're not gonna find it there, because that's not the right place you're looking at, in the strip clubs, in prostitution and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the complete total opposite of what you're looking for. So I guess that's why, honestly, I really haven't had a problem with hearing about that. Sometimes here and there, they might bring up their past, and I might hear stuff about another guy, and I'm like, no, us guys, honestly, we don't want to hear about no other guy, to be real, at all. I don't care. I really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're gonna get intimately involved with me, that's it. And if you want to walk out my life, then stay out of my life, to be honest. Because for me, I am not allowing any woman to come into my life romantically and for them to just, you know, jump off and try to hop on to everybody else, hop on to every other guy, and then try to, come back and forth and in and out of my life and stuff like that, playing games, hooking up. No, to be honest, it's when you're actually get to intimately, romantically connect with me, you know, then that's that. Either we continue it and we last lifelong for the rest of our lives together, making things work out, or we go our own way. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, sexual energy, sacred energy, creation, that's some for real stuff. It's sacred. And I'm not in agreement for being involved with promiscuity. You know what I'm saying? For real. So that's an ultimate turnoff. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds like common sense. It's just I'm the one having to remind people because guess what? Weekends come, music, club, parties, all this and that, and people get brainwashed and they forget who they truly are and what they truly, you know, are worthy for in a royal, enchanted way. You know what I mean? So big turnoffs from a man. Speaking about turnoffs that I've experienced from women is just when a woman brings up a promiscuous past, when she brings up any other type of man, any other type of lust, any type of lust, any type of sexual history, any type of romantic history, any type of that stuff, to be honest. Like, I get it, you have a history, I get it, you have baggage, I understand. I'm just saying, like, when it's time for us to for real, get to know one another, you have to do it in the best way, in a way that you're ready to just prioritize me and only me. You know what I mean? Because that's not cool. It's not cute. It's not fair to be stuck on something like that. Or it's not cute to be with someone. I'm not going to be with no girl who's sleeping around with millions of men. That's pathetic, to be honest. I'm not going to be with no woman who's sleeping around with billions of people. That's very disgusting, to be honest. So that whole general topic that I just discussed for the past few minutes is the ultimate turnoff that us men can find in a woman, and probably vice versa from a woman talking about us men too. So that is number one. The next thing is about lack of gratitude. You know, I'm always saying thank you. All throughout my life, I pretty much always have said thank you. I will say, however, I went vegan about 3 years ago. So that really elevated my frequency of saying thank you daily. I've said thank you every day, at least like 3 times a day for the past 3 years, if and a whole lot more than 3 times. Sometimes like 30 times I've said thank you. You know what I mean? To my own girl relationship partners, saying thank you to them and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like saying thank you a lot to where they say, hey, stop saying thank you. You know what I mean? Where I'm so grateful. I will now speak about turn offs. And one of the main biggest turn offs is a lack of gratitude. Like y'all ever notice one time you might have held the door open for someone? Let's say us men holding the door for a woman or whatever, and she's just so cold and bitter and she doesn't even acknowledge you. She just briskly walks in. I get it. Maybe she may have a lot of problems, a hard, difficult day, whatever. But like, that's a huge turnoff. Lack of gratitude. When you're holding the door, they don't say thank you. If you did something, drove them to the airport or whatever, give them this, give them that. This is simple things, and they are not saying thank you at all. They're not being appreciative. They have no gratitude at all. That's a huge turnoff. Point blank. Case closed. That's just, I'm speaking about that on an intimate level and just on a general level, with just random people, bros, random strangers, whatever, and sharing helpful insight or whatever, and they just are very unappreciative. That's a turn off for anybody. So that next, um, like I said, focus, like the prioritization, the focus, and the just general being able to put things aside to just have time for you. You know, when a woman is not able to do that, when a woman is constantly just always busy worrying about work, worrying about studying, worrying about messaging other people in a whole other part of the world, when she's not even able to look us in the eyes and give us eye contact, when she's not able to slow down and put her phone down for a few hours to actually sit down and get deep and talk, when she's not able to go on a walk with us outside, you know, go for a walk out in the stars or whatever in nature, when they're not able to really communicate and cook and together, clean together, like simple stuff like that. When you're not able to do any of that, that's a huge turnoff, because it shows that your focus is somewhere else. It shows that you're rushing or racing. You're not being present. If you're not able to sit down at the dinner table with me with no phone, no iPod, no iPad, no TV, no radio, none of that stuff. If you're not able, like as a woman, if you're not able to literally sit down at a dinner table with me with just the food and our drinks and our silverware and that's it, so we can talk and enjoy a great meal eye to eye and stuff like that. If you're not able to do that, then that's a complete turn off, honestly, for real, because that's supposed to be the time where we're supposed to talk and enjoy a meal or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're always on the phone in my presence, that's a huge turn off. The energy has to be there. The vibes just have to be truly nourishing my heart, where I am the priority. If you're always worried about making money, if you're always worried about rushing to go to class or whatever, this or that, it shows that your focus is somewhere else. So, the point I'm making is being devoted to me is a turn on, and all the other crap is a complete turn off. So, those are some simple things, promiscuous pasts, lack of gratitude, lack of focus and prioritization. What else? A roaming eye, to be honest. That's also goes with the whole prioritization thing, but I'm talking about, yeah, I get it. There's 7 billion people in the world, billions and billions and trillions of social media accounts, billions and billions of email threads and articles and, social media stuff and, messages and phone numbers and people and whatnot. That's cool. I didn't say you have to wear a blindfold. I'm just saying if we're in a relationship, a loving relationship, growing, dating, you know what I mean? Guess what? To be honest, I'm asking to be the priority. So like if you're out here, you know, choosing, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like choosing, like not being sincere, you're being lustful, you're over here looking for just shady stuff to do, you know, where you're never satisfied. You know what I mean? That's a huge turn off. You know what I mean? Like that's just a huge turn off. And you know what I mean. Like it's not cool to be like, oh, he's sexy or this or that. Like that's not real. That's complete total lust and it's a complete lie and it's disrespectful to be honest. When you're with the one you love, but you're over here fantasizing and drooling lustfully about someone else who's not your true partner. You know what I mean? You might as well just stop, you know? So I know it sounds like common sense, but it's true though. Like probably millions of people experience that crap, where their partner truly is thinking about someone else, and that's a huge turn off, to be honest. So I've just been saying simple stuff, turn ons and turn offs, like so another turn off is, you know, nutrition, food choice. I'm a vegan of 3 years now, basically. So like, I get it. People, I have to see things for what they are and learn how to accept people. It's just for me personally, I love and I value, a plant-based woman, a vegan woman who really is into that because we have a mutual ground that we share, because we're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might go a day or two or have a little fast here or there, but it, in the long run, guess what? You're gonna be eating. I'm here to live a long life, and I am on the right path to living beyond 100 years. So guess what? That means there's gonna be a lot of meals, plant-based vegan meals that I will be enjoying. So with that being said, it will be amazing to experience this with a beautiful woman who also shares the same amazing passion for plant-based foods. So with this being said, like it shows that they care about their body, energy, this and that. Yes, I understand to meet people where they are and stuff, but I'm just saying like that's honestly a big deal breaker. I've learned how to accept people and not judge people's foods and stuff, but I'm just saying like that's another turn on when they're interested in plant-based living and health and wellness and nature and animals, and it's a turn off when they just don't care, when they tune me out, when they just ignore me, when they think it's a joke, when they just, take me for granted, where they think I'm a fool, where they don't think much of me, where they're not really honoring who I am and my plant-based approach, that's a huge turn off. You know what I mean? So those are just some simple things, like, oh, also depth, lack of depth. If we're not able to get deep, you know what I'm saying? Talk deep, have real long, real life conversations, eye to eye in our face. You know what I'm saying? Long messages, writing letters, texts, phone calls, whatever, where we're truly getting deep, talking about meaningful stuff, maybe from childhood till now, deep stuff beyond just basic work, work and, the television. I'm talking about deep stuff. If we're not able to do that, then that's a complete turn off. So, anyways, that's that. Y'all let me know turn offs that you have in mind as well that you would like to share with the audience. So, anyways, that's it. Turn offs and a few turn ons, coming from a straight man, you know, speaking about women and just, overall interactions in life in general, So, y'all have an amazing day. Hit me up for health and wellness consultations. YouTube.com/help make a difference. The link is in the bio. All our links are in the bio. YouTube.com/help make a difference. Follow us on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity. It's Eternal Authenticity broadcasting live. Peace.